Royal family had no power over reviewing Harry's memoir as the Duke not owe anything to anybody. Prince Harry's memoir will not undergo any reviewing from members of the royal family as the Duke of Sussex is now an independent royal. Prince Harry was confirmed last month to have struck a 4-book agreement with publishers at Penguin Random House. One of the books will be a memoir set to be released next year and will be a definitive account of the Duke of Sussex's experiences, adventures, losses, and life lessons. Prince Harry is the first member of the royal family to personally pen a memoir, and his decision to step down as a working member of the monarchy is expected to grant him more leeway in terms of the topics he will choose to cover. The royal expert Michaela Friel said, "This is his life. He is now a non-working royal, so he doesn't owe anything to anybody. He doesn't need to put it to the monarchy for approval. He doesn't need to go to Charles and ask him to review the pages. It's nothing like that. I'm imagining it won't be a huge scandal as some of the media is making it out to be." News of the memoir, however, sparked concern among royal commentators due to the Duke of Sussex's recent comments about the royal family. In March, Prince Harry joined wife Meghan Markle for a 2-hour interview with talk show host Oprah Winfrey. During the exchange, the Duke claimed neither he nor the Duchess had received support from royal courtiers as they struggled with public pressure. He also suggested Prince Charles and Prince William felt caged by the institution but were unable to free themselves as he had. He later disparaged both his father and the Queen's parenting skills as he discussed the pain and suffering he experienced as a child because of Prince Charles' own upbringing. Speaking to podcast host Dax Shepard, Prince Harry said, "I don't think we should be pointing the finger or blaming anybody. But certainly when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on. It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. I never saw it, I never knew about it, and then suddenly I started to piece it together and go okay. So this is where he went to school, this is what happened, I know this about his life, I also know that is connected to his parents, so that means he's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids?" The royal editor Russell Myers told the Pod Save the Queen podcast that no member of the royal family will come out of the memoirs unscathed. He said, "Nobody is going to come off unscathed here. Maybe this is some sort of therapy for Harry where he can unburden himself, but nobody in the royal family is going to come off unscathed. And that's why there is going to be such a degree of nervousness about this book. People in the palace will say Harry is not duty-bound to tell us what he is doing at any stage, but he obviously made those promises of upholding the values of the Queen. Is this in keeping with holding up the values?" A source told the thought of the book has sparked a tsunami of fear in royal circles. They said, ever since leaving royal life, Harry and Meghan have made claim after claim of how they allege they have been treated. They say that it is their truth, but there is only ever one truth. Since their interview with Oprah Winfrey, tensions have been running very high as much of what they said has since been proven to be unreliable at best. There is a now tsunami of fear among the royals over what Harry will write. Many hope he may correct a few things but do not hold much hope. Much like their initial decision to quit royal life, it seems Harry gave his family very little warning about his plans. A source told, Harry scrambled to contact his family only when he knew the story was coming out, just moments before it became public. It is unclear whether the Queen was told in advance. None of the royal family have spoken about the book, and Clarence House did not want to comment. Palace aides did want to answer questions as Prince Charles and Duchess of Cornwall attended a reception at the Duchy of Cornwall nursery, in Lostwithiel. One said, "We are more likely to answer questions next year when this memoir is due to be published." Another, when told the news last night, said, "Oh gosh,